Hi, my name is Sissy, and I want to welcome you to my show, Getting Healthy with Sis. I am married to my hunky husband, Matt, and together we own a fitness and nutrition coaching studio in Lakeland, Florida called Restoration Fitness and Nutrition. We have 2 little boys, and I've been a nutrition coach for 5 years, helping countless people to revamp their lives and see amazing results implementing one healthy habit at a time. My passion is to help women just like me realize they don't have to be a victim to poor eating habits and poor health. Instead, through proper education and empowerment, they can take control of their health and live the healthiest and happiest life possible. As you tune into my show, I promise you're going to learn new things about your health. You're going to be inspired to take action towards your goals, and you're going to have a ton of fun along the way. Hello. Welcome to the Getting Healthy with Sis show. My name is Sissy, and I am the host here. I am going to let you guys in today on how my journey has been postpartum with my weight loss. So almost 3 months ago, I had my third little baby. I am 36 years old, so I've been through this a few times in my mid-30s, and have a 3-month-old essentially at home. So come January 1st, which is a little over a month ago, I decided, you know what, I think I got the capacity. I think I can do this. Let's start trying to get healthy again. In those early days of having a baby, it's a crap show. You're like not sleeping, just trying to eat whenever you can, cramming stuff in your mouth, drinking whatever. And that's not the best on your body, okay? It's not the best on your mental health, your physical health, or anything like that. So I was like, you know what? It's time for me to get back in the game and start taking care of me. So on January 1st, I did a few things. First thing I did was I actually cleaned out our closet. I call them closet. Cleaned out our pantry and our fridge. So I got rid of all of that holiday food, all of those sweets that were still hanging around from the holidays that are so easy to just nibble a little here, nibble a little there, and go back for more because that tasted really good. I got rid of all of that stuff to remove the temptation out of my house. The next thing that I did was I printed out a paper calendar, which is something that really helps me. If I can have something stuck on my fridge, and if I'm working on a specific goal and I can write that each day that I do it and I can see it over the month, that really helps me to stay on track. And so I printed out that, and then I nailed down what my goals were going to be to start getting myself healthy again, getting back in the game. So number 1 was that I was going to walk 5,000 steps a day. Number 2 was I was going to start tracking my macros in MyFitness. And then number 3 was that I was going to be keeping track of these habits on a calendar on my fridge. So I did those things. And as a nutrition coach, one of the things that we always tell our clients at Restoration when we're doing nutrition is that we want you to pick habits that you know that you can be 80% compliant with. Okay, so you don't have to be perfect, but we just want you to be 80% compliant. And you know what? I wasn't perfect in the month of January. There was actually I started off really good, okay? I actually started off really great. I was focused, and do you know what? I don't know if this has ever happened to me before, but I lost 4 pounds in the first week, and I was like, good grief, was I really eating that bad before? What in the world? So 4 pounds came off pretty quick. And then I was helping my husband. My husband had this pretty lofty protein goal that he was wanting to hit every day. That was his kind of New Year focus. And I was really trying to help him hit his goal as well. And then I was starting to have some issues with nursing and some stressors there with the new baby. And so I got kind of sidetracked for about a week and a half. And I go through everything you go through, I go through too. Just because I'm a nutrition coach or a gym owner does not mean that I'm perfect. I beat myself up. Come on, sissy. Get with it. Come on. Stop wallowing. It's been a few days since you were on track, but come on, stop. But I was talking actually to my mom about it, and I realized, I was like kind of doing some thinking back, and I was like, what caused me to lose focus? I was doing so great. And then I like realized, I was trying to be focused for myself and for my husband. And I can't take care of him. Like, he's an adult. He needs to take care of himself. I can't take his goals onto me and be responsible for him meeting his goals. He needs to be responsible for that. And do you know what I did? I released him. I was like, I'm going to let you do that. If that's important to you, you do it. I'm not going to be responsible for making it happen for you. You are going to have to be. And so I released him, and I did what, I had to do, which was focus on myself, not in a self-centered way, but in a way of like, I got to take care of me and what's important to me. And so I did that, and I was able to get back in. So over that month, I honestly can't believe this, because I've actually never done this postpartum, and I was not suffering doing it. But I lost 9 pounds in my first month, walking at least 5,000 steps a day and tracking my macros. Okay, so the reason I share that is because our approach does not need to be complicated. And I want to tell you, I lost 9 pounds, and there was about a week and a half in there where I was not super focused, and I actually a little bit fell off. Okay, like full disclosure here. So when I looked back at my little calendar, I was right about 80% compliant with the habits that I had set out to. And the reason I say that is because it does not take perfection. I know I've already kind of mentioned this. It just takes consistency. Like, if you have a rough day or a rough week, that doesn't mean the whole month has to be bad. Just get back to it.
Do you have big goals for your health, but you're unsure of where to start, and you feel like you need the guidance and expertise of a nutrition coach that can lead you down the path to success? Well, if that's you, I've got just the solution for you. I want to encourage you to go to my website, Restoration Fitness LKLD, and click the button that says Book a Free Intro. We will sit down with you, learn more about your goals, and pair you up with a perfect nutrition coach to give you the guidance, direction, and accountability that you need to reach your health goals and to obtain results that will last a lifetime. It's important to also mention that we do offer coaching both in person and virtually. So if you're not in the Lakeland, Florida area, no worries, we've got you covered. Again, I want you to go to my website, restorationfitnesslkld.com, and book your free intro today.
One thing I wanted to share about the 5,000 steps was that I knew for myself that I had to pick a goal that was going to be easy to do, not on my best day, like not when I'm on the top of the world crushing life, but on my worst day. And that's why I picked 5,000 steps. And do you know what? When I looked back over the month, I actually, like almost every day, I walked more than that. And sometimes I even walked close to like 10,000 steps. But it felt really good to me to know, like, hey, me meeting this goal is not some really complicated thing. Like, it's kind of easy for me to meet it. And I'm sharing this because I want you to think about that for yourself as well. Like, it needs to be something we call low-hanging fruit, not fruit that you've got to climb all up in the tree and have all this extra strength and acrobatic coordination to get to it every day. That's not the fruit you want to go after. You actually want to go for something that's low-hanging so that you can, like, hey, this was a bad day. I had a lot of stuff go wrong, but you know what? I can check that box because I was able to do that, and it wasn't super complicated for me. The other thing that I did was the tracking the macros. Now, that is not the only way to shave weight off of your body. It just so happens that I personally have grace for it in my life. And when I'm working towards a goal, it's something that I am able to do. I've done it enough so that it's kind of second nature to me, and it's something that really helps me, especially when it comes to tracking my protein, which is really important for fat loss and body composition changes, but also just kind of being mindful of my caloric deficit, okay? Now, if you've been listening along, and we're going to kind of we're going to have a little commercial break in here in just a few minutes, but I do have a course that teaches you how to track your macros. It's called Macro Magic. We're going to put a link for that in the bottom in the show notes. So that is available for you if you're someone that's like, I think I want to try that. I'm not quite sure how to do it. I've got a course for you, so you can grab that even today and start today. But I knew that those two things were going to be easy for me to do even on my worst days, and so that's why I chose them, and I made sure that I picked something I could stay consistent with. So as a rule of thumb, in your life, when you're going towards a goal, you want to pick things that you know are going to be easy for you to remain compliant with, because that helps to boost and build your confidence as you see yourself remaining consistent. Another thing that kind of came to my mind as I was going throughout the month is a lot of times, especially if you've been like coming off the holidays, or you're someone that, is up and down with in and out of eating well and then not eating well. This came to me. I was washing my hands one day, and why is it that we're like, oh, I'm on this diet, which I hate that word and I never say that, but you think that way. I'm being really strict or really good, and I think that mindset can almost be detrimental to long-term success, because you think about it as like this is something you're doing for like this portion of time to get a certain result. When I think, and I want to submit to you, that if we could just erase that and start instead of listen to what you're saying in your brain, instead of saying like, I'm doing this for this amount of time, I'm doing this for 6 weeks, I'm doing this for 8 weeks, or I'm doing this until da 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 da. Tell yourself like, this is the way that I eat. Like, these are the foods that I like. I like this. This is not me doing something special right now. This is my normal. And I kind of was thinking about that, and I was like, that's really good. And I even want to work on that for myself. Like, this is not some strict whatever. Like, this is what I love. This is how I love to fuel myself. I love to eat these foods because of what they do for my body and how they make me feel. This is not something I'm doing for a temporary time until this 6 weeks is up, or this challenge, or whatever it is. So maybe that's a little piece of advice, a little nugget that you could take and apply to your life and find it helpful for you as well. So I wanted to share with you guys this because I feel like it's super, just knowing like what I'm practically doing. I'm not someone that starts out a pregnancy and then ends like, super like fit and in shape, and I'm just back to in my normal clothes. That's not me. I usually have between 20 and 25 pounds that I've gained in excess during my pregnancies that I have to work for. And I wanted to just share with y'all what I'm doing so that you can know too, whether you're postpartum or not. It is simple. Okay, it does not have to be complicated, but you have to make sure that you're picking habits that you know you can be consistent with 80% of the time.
Hey guys, I hope that you're enjoying the show. I wanted to interrupt real quick and let you know about my newest digital nutrition coaching course called Macro Magic. I created this course with you in mind. If you are someone who has heard about logging food, or you have had a friend that's logged their food and they've seen great and amazing results, and maybe you're a little curious about it, and you know deep down, like if someone could just show me how to do it and teach me how, then I could be set on my way and I could be off, getting these amazing results that I've seen other people get. Well, that's why I created this course. In this course, you're going to get the hand-in-hand instruction from me teaching you exactly how you need to calculate your macros, how you need to log for efficiency and effectiveness. I'm going to be showing you all the sorts of tips and tricks that are going to make logging easy and effective for you. If you are a current nutrition coaching at Restoration, or you join nutrition coaching at Restoration in the future, then you will get this course added into your nutrition coaching package for free. So that's an amazing perk. You'll get it. You'll be able to watch all of the video tutorials and get that hand-in-hand instruction from me that way. So again, if you want to purchase this course today and get started today on your logging journey and start working towards your goals of fat loss and muscle gain, then I want to encourage you to go to my website. It's gettinghealthywithsis.restorationfitnesslkld.com.
The last thing that I want to say here, as far as when you're working to shave weight off, and this is something that can be a little bit hard, but it's something that I've been kind of dialed into and listening to my body a little bit, is that it's a tip, and I hope you find this helpful. You've got to be okay with having just a little bit of hunger at the end of the day. And when you're tracking your macros and you know, okay, I know I've had what I'm supposed to have for the day, and you're after dinner and you're like, I could go for that snack, like my husband's eating popcorn right now, but I'm like, nope, I've had what I need, like, and I'm gonna sit with that hunger. That's a really important aspect of keeping that caloric deficit where it needs to be so that the weight will come off. And one thing that's kind of, I'll share as well, that's a misconception as far as like breastfeeding a baby. And I've had people say this to me, like, if you go on a diet, you're gonna cut that milk supply down, you're not gonna be able to make enough milk. Well, listen, if you think about women who are in Africa, do they have these lush, lavish diets that they're eating tons and tons of food to make milk for their babies? No, they don't. Your milk supply is not contingent on how much you are eating as the mother. It's actually a hormonal thing, okay? Prolactin is what helps your body make the milk, and then oxytocin is what releases the milk. So it's a supply and demand thing. That's how you keep your supply up. So I have been, my baby has not had any formula. He has been eating food exclusively from me, and I have been able to be in a moderate caloric deficit and lose 9 pounds over a month. Here is the thing. So women might say, well, I feel so much hungrier. You will, and it's because your body uses energy to make milk. So you are expending more energy, and think about it like this. Think about it as like, I'm going for like an extra workout today. Like I'm burning an extra 300 or 400 calories a day just making this milk. So you are going to need more food. You're going to want to eat more food. If you are exclusively nursing or feeding your baby from your body, you're going to need more. It's going to make your body burn more calories, but it's not, don't be afraid to go into a moderate deficit. You will still be able to maintain your milk supply if your baby is eating from you and you're emptying your breast. So the hormones will still work. Now, if you're not nourishing yourself well with whole foods, your baby is going to suck. The baby's going to get what they need no matter what. They're going to suck that from you. That's why it's important that you're eating enough and eating nutrient-dense foods to help you as the mother have what you need to help your body be healthy. So I did want to just throw that in there because if you're listening to this and you're like, well, what do I do? That's the whole, I think there's sometimes some myths around the whole nursing, breastfeeding thing, and your food intake. So that's that. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this. I will keep you updated on my journey. I'm planning on in month 2 to just keep going for that 5,000 steps a day. That's something that I can manage. And I want to say this, I'm not working out right now. I'm not ready to, okay? So shaving the weight off is not contingent on you being in the gym and doing a bunch of stuff. I am not ready to add that into my life right now. I cannot do it. I'm just simply moving every day and making sure that I am in a moderate and slight caloric deficit. So I hope that you found this helpful, and we will see you next time.